Welcome to Rick's Corner. I'm your host, Rick Drasin, as you already know. And today I brought a man that I've been friends with for a long time from the gym because he's in great shape. And a lot of you guys write in that are older, not that we're older, like 50 to 70 and around there. You're training again, or you want to get to training, you want to get in shape, you're having a tough time. But it's my privilege to have Mark Malice here, who's been around quite a while. Had a good career in the entertainment business as a casting director for Universal, right?
Right.
How many years were you there?
Ooh, somewhere around 30-ish.
And it was all TV shows and film, or just TV shows?
No, just TV. I worked in a TV division.
Yeah, and you never called me in. You could have made me a star.
Yeah, well, you got to know people before you can call them in.
That's true. Well, we met in the gym, and your son worked there for a while.
Yeah.
And when you were back doing that job, you weren't really working out.
No, I wasn't.
What age did you first discover that the gym, this is what you wanted to do?
Well, I discovered the gym at 8:50 after my first heart attack.
Oh, boy.
So, luckily for me, it didn't amount to much.
Yeah.
And I didn't have much damage. So, I got myself into shape, and everything was hunky-dory, and then my back raised its head, and wound up with spinal stenosis, and anyway, kept me out of the gym for a long time. But now I'm back, and I've decided I want to get in shape for my 70th birthday because I want to be in good enough shape that Men's Health comes out and does a shoot on me.
Absolutely. How old are you now?
68 and a half.
68 and a half. I remember you did the Goals Challenge, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
And you did well.
I won for LA. I think I won for California, and I came in second nationally.
That's amazing. Imagine it, starting at 50 years old, not ever working out before. Your son was in good shape too, though.
Well, yeah, my son was in good shape, but for a whole different reason.
Yeah?
Poor kid, fractured his back when he was 15 and had to have a fusion operation.
Okay.
And, came home, and he was in this horrendous brace for 6 months. And the day he got the brace off, he called the doctor and said, can I go to the gym? And the doctor said, well, yeah, you can go to the gym, but just have to be careful of your lower back.
Sure.
Well, he's been in the gym ever since.
In good shape, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. Not even good shape, great shape.
He started going to a gym in Encino, and guess who he met there?
Who?
A fellow by the name of Angel.
Oh, okay.
Okay, became friends with Angel, and the rest is history.
Angel owns all of our Goals gyms here. He has 13 of them, I believe. And the one we go to, North Hollywood. When you first, since it was foreign to you when you started working out, did you even know what to look for, what to feel for going into a gym?
Absolutely not. I mean, when I was in my 20s, I wound up going to a gym, but I fell in with a group of guys. All I did was hang around the bench press. That was it. That's all they ever did.
That. Yeah.
And I didn't know any better, so I didn't really progress the way I wanted to, and I lost interest and left.
Yeah.
Now, I know what it's all about.
No, you do. I watch you train. But how'd you figure that out?
My son.
He took you through the whole thing, right?
Oh, yeah.
Showed you how to split body parts and all that type of thing?
Yeah, he showed me all the basics. And I love the kid, but, he's a monster when it comes to form. If you're working out with him and your form's not right, he'll get on you like you've never seen.
As he should, guys. You've
Yeah.
got to keep good form. And it's not all about the weight. It's about the reps and the form and a medium weight, not a heavy weight. You don't need a heavy weight anymore. And a lot of you men out there in your 50s, 60s, and 70s who write to me, and I try to answer all of you, which I do, and you're searching for what to do because you're not quite sure, and you got a gym in your home, and you have good equipment, you can do it. I mean, Mark's done it, and he's there all the time, and he's had his share of injuries. You have one just recently in your forearm or elbow, right?
Hey, I got a pulled up muscle in my forearm, and while I was working around that the other day, I was, doing rows,
Yeah.
and on my third or fourth rep, I had like a rubber band pop in my back.
Okay.
But I'm used to that part, so I, let that settled down, kept it from spasming and kept going. And when I got home, I iced it. It's not so bad, but
That's the answer right there. You can't just go home and sit and do nothing. The ice is your friend. I use it all the time for all my body parts. Yes, things happen as you get older in the gym. It's a fact of life that little things go. I was doing cable crossovers the other day. I used like 80 pounds when I was using 30.
Right.
Very slow, very slow. All of a sudden something pops in my forearm and turned bright red for about 3 days, hurt like hell. Today I did them again and I was fine. But who knows where it comes from? It just happens, right?
it happens, and when you get older, you just have to deal with it. And my solution is go a little bit lighter, do some more reps.
Right, and use your ice. What about your diet? Because that was a huge factor to change.
Oh, well. I didn't have much of a diet. Unfortunately, I was born premature, and my parents, felt guilty about it. So by the time I was a year old, I weighed over 30 pounds. So I grew up eating all kinds of crap. I mean, everything that was not good for you, I ate, and that was a huge habit, and it's been a lifelong challenge. I still fight it. Carrying extra weight is a problem because I like to eat stuff that's not good for you. I've managed to get my diet, I would say, about 95% in check, but I still, about 5% of the time. But yeah, I guess you got to live too. So.
Yeah, no, I have to agree with that. It's difficult because you get a sweet tooth or something, and you want to go for it. And most guys who don't train do, and they're out of shape. And I can't believe that some people I see how heavy they get, and I don't know how they gain 100 pounds without even knowing it. And I've seen this in the gym too with women, more women than men. And you're there too. And there's the women who train for contests. They get down to like no body fat, and then after the show, within 6 weeks, they've gained 40 pounds. Mm-hmm. I've seen it recently, and I thought, I don't know how this happens. What do you have to eat? I don't know guys that gain 40 pounds like that. I mean, it's ridiculous. But as you get older, you should watch it even more. It's difficult. Your body doesn't snap back like it did when it was 35, mm-hmm. right?
Right. Well, but a lot of people, they have, built-in problems from, where they come from.
Yes.
And based on what they eat. I mean, if you eat a lot of rice and beans, you're going to get fat.
Yes. Yes.
So,
yeah, I had just done a show about looking in the mirror, and when we look in the mirror, what do we see? I don't see the 35-year-old guy I used to be, and none of us do. You just told me this, right?
Yeah,
looking in the mirror. But you look at yourself for who you are, where you are today, and you want to be the best you can be.
Let me interrupt you for a second.
Go right ahead.
Quick story about that. What got me back to the gym, and it was approximately 9 months ago, and it's about 40 pounds later, I got up one morning, went into my bathroom, and I wasn't wearing a shirt, and I stretched, and there's a big mirror there, and what I saw scared the hell out of me. I looked like a 90-year-old man. Where my triceps used to be was nothing but hanging skin. I was at the gym that very afternoon. I've been back, several days a week ever since. And, I don't think I'm ever going to quit because I don't want to deal with that guy in the mirror again.
It's shocking.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And, you can work out all these years and then get up one day, look in the mirror and say, what happened? Just from eating ice cream a couple of days in a row. But this is something that I find interesting. You might, too, as well. There's a term in bodybuilding called skinny fat, and that means that you've lost weight, but you're fatter than you were when you were heavy. Mm-hmm. And that means that when you were heavier or more muscular, you have less body fat. And then all of a sudden you lose weight, but you lose muscle, and the fat remains the same, so you look fatter at a lighter weight. This is really weird. I don't know if it works for you or how you guys work out there, but if let's just say that for a few weeks I'll eat ice cream, I'll eat cakes, I'll eat this, and I'll eat that, I'll end up losing weight, like 3 or 4 pounds. I won't gain weight, but then I'll look skinny and fat. Now, if I cut out the cakes and the ice creams and all that, and I increase the protein 4 or 5 times a day, I get harder, much more muscular. Not the calories, not the carbs, but I'll gain 3 pounds, and it'll be muscle. It's weird how it works like that, but it does, because the diet and nutrition is 80% of what you're trying to achieve.
Of course. Whatever you put in your mouth affects you one way or another.
It does. There's no question about it. So. And a little bit here, you say, it's okay today, and there's a little bit over there. And if you have a girlfriend or a wife who goes out with you and says, honey, just share the dessert with me. Just have some ice cream. And you have to say, I can't do this every night. But you don't do it every night. Well, almost, it seems like, because you keep throwing it in front of me. And we don't want to do that.
Well, no, it's hard to deal with. I mean, I find that I'm losing weight fairly evenly, except for, I have little pockets on my body, probably just like everybody else does, where you have this stubborn fat that never goes away.
Yeah.
And so, you deal with it the best you can.
That's all you can do. It's all you can do unless you want to get lipo, which some people
that
do.
Or go to Beverly Hills.
Yeah, you go to Beverly Hills, get the whole thing done. But I've seen people get that lipo in the stomach, and then they get fat on the upper back because it has to go somewhere.
Yeah, okay.
It has to go somewhere. But what do you weigh now?
About 160.
You look good. You look trim, hard.
Yeah, I'm in about 16.5% body fat now. I'd like to get down to 10%.
Okay.
I think that's reasonable, but not easy to do.
What's your goal for the future?
Well, basically just to get in shape and stay that way. I enjoy walking down the street feeling like a kid.
Yes, you do.
And if I keep doing this, I'll be able to keep doing that.
Do you? There's another question for you. Do you have a routine that you follow? Mm-hmm. Do you switch it up from week to week or every 2 weeks or whatever?
Yeah, I change it around somewhat. Basically, when I, whatever body part I'm doing, mm-hmm. I'll usually change 1 or 2 exercises mm-hmm. at least, in the workout, mm-hmm. just so it's not always exactly the same.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll, switch out weights. Sometimes I'll lower the weights on everything and do a whole lot more reps. Sometimes I'll, bump the weight up a little bit and do a little less reps. It just depends on how I feel that day.
It breaks the monotony.
Yeah.
And it keeps you out of a rut. Even switching body parts, like, chest and back I did, or chest and shoulders I did. I used to do chest and back, or I'll just do chest, or I'll just do back by myself. Then I'll do shoulders and arms. I found over the years, switching it up, not sticking to a definite routine all the time, works better because your body gets used to what you're doing. The body knows when you get up in the morning, you're going to eat, you're going to go to the gym, you're going to do the same thing. It's like yawning. Oh no, we got to go through this thing.
Yeah, your muscles like to be surprised.
Yeah, they like to be surprised. Joe Weider said once, get up at 2 o'clock in the morning, perform a sneak attack on your muscles, and scare them into growing. And maybe that works.
I bet she's right.
Yeah, you got to vary it up. But how many days are you going now?
Well, I'm going, because of my schedule, I'm going to the gym 4 days a week.
Okay.
And then I'm working out 4 or 5 days a week at home. And I've got a little gym set up at home, and I've got a really terrific elliptical machine. We've got a spinning bike, and I've got some barbells and a little weight bench. So I'm able to do quite a bit of stuff at home too.
Okay, one more question. Do you find as you get older that you really need those days off in between to help you recover more than going straight all the time?
I don't take any days off.
Well,
if I'm not going to the gym, I'm doing cardio.
Well, that's what I mean, but you're not doing weights.
No.
See, what I'm saying is you can do weights and then do a cardio day with no weights. You come back to the weights, you're much stronger than you were if you did weights 3 days in a row.
Well, I do weights 4 days a week, and I do cardio, 3 or 4 days a week. So
yeah, balances out.
Yeah.
And you get good sleep?
Better than I used to, but I still have some insomnia problems. But
Yeah, that's an issue with a lot of people.
Yeah.
I just put the TV on, I'm out. That's it. The sound of the TV puts me out.
Yeah, old sci-fi movies do it for me.
Yeah, whatever. In fact, if it's something I really want to watch, I'll really fall asleep because I'm trying to stay awake. Well, thank you so much for coming by and doing
You're certainly
this.
welcome.
I want you guys to take note of him because at 70 years old, he's got goals, and they're coming up before you know it.
Yeah. Time flies.
Time flies, but every day counts, and every day you put off is another day towards not being what you want to be. So don't put it off. I mean, like I said, Friday I started on that diet. I said, no more nonsense. My girl says, it's the weekend, you can eat. Nope, my body doesn't know it's the weekend. It's just another day to your body. Your mind is what tells you.
Well, I'll tell you, the one thing I'd like to impart is, I developed a lot of very bad habits over my life. And one of my very bad habits is being in my car, getting hungry, and finding the closest chili dog or burger, like Radar, right? I get in the car today, I get hungry, and those same thoughts still go through my head, but I manage to pass those places by. And, if I'm really bad, I'll stop and I'll get a chicken taco.
Okay. Well,
so the whole point is that, now that I'm working on this and I'm putting some effort into it, and more than a little bit, I don't want to mess myself up. So.
Well, that's the thing. You get on a roll. You don't want to, then 2 weeks goes by, and then one day you say, oh my God, I just messed it up. But you really didn't because it's just a one day and you stay back on it. However, In-N-Out burgers, for example, I'll make this real quick. They're not bad. You've got really good meat, you've got cheese, you've got tomato and lettuce, so you've got some veggies. You have bread with a little sauce. Okay, big deal. It's not the worst thing in the world. It's better than ice cream and chocolate cake. So once in a while, if you want an In-N-Out burger, which I think is, to me, is a good protein, I'll eat it.
Sure.
And it doesn't seem to make a difference. I won't get the fries.
If you do something like that once a week, it's not going to do anything to you.
No, it's not. I won't eat hot dogs because I don't know what's in that thing. They grind everything into the hot dog. All right, thank you guys for watching Rick's Corner. I'm really glad that Mark came by and he could share his thoughts with you, especially you guys that are questioning what to do at an older age. Not that we're actually older. We are in numbers, but mentally we're still 16.
You got that
And
right.
that's what it's all about. Thanks for watching Rick's Corner, and we'll see you all later.
It's rickdrasin.com. He is the equalizer, baby. See you next time.